International Action was created by Lindsay Madison, who's been a philanthropist his entire life. He was invited to go to Haiti by an employee of the United States Agency for International Development. When he got there, the first thing he noticed, and what resonated with him the most, was the lack of clean water. Kids were drinking water that looked like Gatorade, but it was supposed to be water. That's how dirty it was. And he knew just how cheap it was to fix this problem, because he had worked in Honduras for years with a chlorinator, and he helped many people get clean water on a very low budget, and he wanted to do the same and has devoted the rest of his life to that cause. International Action has two main objectives in Haiti. One is to find communities that do not have access to clean and safe water and install chlorinators on their community reservoirs. The other is to create the chlorine distribution system, which is a Haitian-run, locally based way to distribute chlorine throughout Haiti. Now we need that because right now, how these communities get their chlorine is we have staff that take out motorbikes, sunshine or rain, and drive it out to communities when they need chlorine. Sometimes, however, these motorbikes can't get there because of the road conditions or the weather. So we need to make a way for these communities to always have access to chlorine, and so our guys do not have to drive motorbikes all over Haiti bringing chlorine. It's just not necessary, especially when the people in Haiti want to run the chlorine distribution system themselves. International Action has multiple leverage points. I'm going to focus on two of them. The first one is we have a fantastic relationship with the Haitian government, specifically the regional one we work with in Haiti. And that's so important because they are the people that tell us where to go. They are the people that will eventually work with the communities and continue this water system after we move on to a new area. And we don't have just a working relationship with them. We have a friendship. We go out to dinner with them. We go and visit site by site. And that's not something that they do with other groups. So it allows us to use the benefits of the government without running into the negative aspects of, bureaucracy and red tape. Another one is we are a very small group, which allows us to be very nimble. We're able to do whatever we feel we have to do without having to have thousands of meetings to do so. If we talk to a community, hey, we need this, all right, we can do that right now. Let's go and get it done. And that is something that a lot of groups don't have the luxury to do. It allows us to react to an upcoming situation very quickly and contain it and make it even better. International Action has two main principles, and this is how we make it work. One is that we use a technology that is simple, inexpensive, easy to use, and the people in Haiti can use it with minimal training. The other, and the most important, is that everything we do in Haiti, every step, we work with the community that we're doing it with and for. And that is a key to any sort of intervention, whether it's water, distributing medicine, creating jobs. And we feel it that way because these are the people who are going to be living with their system. They're the ones that's going to be maintaining it. They are the ones that are going to be benefiting from it. And so we want to make sure that they know how to use it, that they are excited to use it, and that it's something that they will tell their neighbors and other communities, hey, you should grab this system because it works. Look at us now. We have one simple way that we measure our success. Do more Haitians have clean water now than before? At the end of every year, we hope that we've increased the amount of people that have access to clean water by at least 100,000. Every year. That is our goal, and that's how we measure our success. Any less than that, and we want to provide more people with clean water the year after that. The most unknown thing about International Action is just how far your dollar will go to help us do what we do in Haiti, and that's to provide people with clean drinking water. It costs just $65 to make and ship one of our chlorinators to Haiti. That one chlorinator can help thousands of people access clean drinking water, not just for one day, not just for 1 year, but for their entire lives. After the 2010 cholera epidemic, where 7,000 people lost their lives, we went to Haiti and talked to all the communities that we work with to see how they were doing. All these communities had far fewer cases of cholera than communities without the chlorinator. We talked to one specific community just north of Port-au-Prince. This particular community was surrounded by communities that had hundreds of cases of reported cholera, many, many deaths. This community had zero, not one. It was an island of safety. It was safe because of these chlorinators. And their chlorinators were installed just 1 year before the cholera epidemic. Just think, if we would have been able to reach all those other communities in time around, none of these people would have got sick. And that is why we do what we do and why the chlorinators are so important. It's not just an emergency response, it's a preventative method to have clean water every single day of the week. Our one true main challenge that we're always trying to overcome is transportation. The roads are terrible. The roads are dangerous. Gas costs $7 a gallon. Right now, we have a team of staff that takes motorcycles to all these different sites throughout Haiti. Sometimes other companies or groups let us use their trucks when they're already driving to a place, but it's not the perfect system. It's dangerous. Sometimes the motorcyclists cannot get there. What we need from you is to help us fix this problem. We need funds and your support and expertise to build this chlorine distribution system. This is the most important project for us to do to make sure all these chlorinators work forever. With additional resources, International Action would build up the chlorine distribution system. We would build the centers, build the warehouses, hire the people, train the people. We would make it so Haiti has a sustainable way to deliver chlorine. People would have more jobs. The communities themselves would not have to rely on us once the chlorinator is installed. The second it's installed, they can do everything else because the chlorine would be in their communities. With additional funds, we would make this a reality. International Action works mainly in urban areas because that's where the chlorinators work best. But we want to expand to more rural areas, and to do so, we need to have access to some sort of pump. The hand pumps they have out there are not powerful enough, so we need something better. We found the solar pump that will work, and it's affordable. It only costs $1,250 to be able to put a pump into a well that previously could not be accessed. We are so excited about this because it will allow us to reach any community in Haiti, any single community, and it will allow us to connect these communities to the chlorine distribution system so all of Haiti will be connected in one giant web of water treatment. We need your help to make these solar pumps a reality, to install them throughout the Haiti countryside so hundreds of thousands more people can have access to clean water.